If you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run, or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run, or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
We go! 50, plant. Check, 43. Hey, tight down. There you go. 80 weapons.
Throwing on first down. Cochran. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch the safety creep.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cochran able to find Isabella. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on third down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First carry for James Conner. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Just like that. Just like that.
They'll run the option right here on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now Murray off play action. And this is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray with a third and long. This one complete to Christian Kirk. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cochran. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
First down, Chicago.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Saquon Barkley. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down. Come on, set. 15, Ronnie. 15, Ronnie. One tight end. Key to tight end. Even. 4 down. Even. Get it.
On first down, Cochran under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Switch. Greystone, Travis.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 score line as they begin with a 1st and 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yeah, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and goal at the
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Give me some. Here we go. Big Ed. Shoot.
They'll try to run this one in, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is third and goal.
It's been a long day for you. Hey, watch it.
They'll try to run this one in. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw. Cochran, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Cochran, he's going to go for it, and this is caught, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bears have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find Shaheen here, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
2nd and 3. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
55, Mike, guy, 55. We got it.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. The first down screen pass, good for 5. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Come on, D! Check. Crunch.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is taken at the 18. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
2nd and 11. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 26, check 26.
From the gun, Cochran. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on third down. Murray, the connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Yeah.
They do go for it. It's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Barkley. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the gun on 3rd down, Cochran. This one caught by Isabella. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Let's go now.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's Conner. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line.
First down, Chicago. Ready.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Ready.
They'll run with Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
49, check 49. You draw courses.
2nd and 13. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Cochran. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Let's go, defense. Hey, let's go, offense. Who we got? Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Rip left. Mike, 5-5.
Murray now on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. They'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Ready, go.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. It's caught by Aguilar. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
Let's go. Stick the oars.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 1st and 10, Cochran, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
X3, 218, chop.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Cochran, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chandler Jones, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Arizona, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.